So I think I'm gonna try and film. There's somebody at their storage unit just like a little bit, like a couple units down, and it makes me kind of nervous to like film with somebody else around. But I'm going to probably try and film at least a little bit. I kind of hope that he leaves soon, but I guess if he doesn't, that's fine. I don't know what to do. Okay, see those red bins? I need to shrink the 3 down to just 2. Right now there's 3 bins. I need to make there only to be 2 bins. So I'm gonna take some of the stuff out of 2 of the bins, the top 2, and just get rid of it. And then kind of like combine those 2 into 1. This one's actually full of like my movie collection, which is just like, honestly not even worth that much. But they're movies that mean a lot to me, and I wanna have physical copies of them, not just like digital copies. Okay. I wonder if this is the best view for you. It's really bright out there. What happens if I do this? And come back in. I think I'm gonna move you. Okay, I think we'll go with that. That looks fine. All right. I feel like the person is so close, but they're not really that close. Okay, let's get started. This first bin has like a lot of like books in it. Random books. Like I haven't read most of these books. I have them, I have never actually read them. I'm actually gonna put them on this bookshelf if they will fit. What's in this box? Nothing important. You're actually sitting on like a bookshelf right now. I also have like some sweaters in here, but I don't want to take them with me because I don't wear these very often. Maybe I should just get rid of them. I like them. Like this one's pretty nice, but it's really long. It's just so long. So this one's about as long, but it's just more like little like shades of gray, so it's nothing special. Just more books. Some of these I should really read. Okay, these are too big for that shelf. Put them. Should have done this shelf. I'm gonna do this shelf. Remove everything. Some of these books are like really good for like coffee tables. Like this one would be really good for a coffee table, but I don't have a coffee table, so. I have a couple of like computer components in it. Mostly it's just like a bunch of like really old cameras and an Xbox controller that I painted once. Of like accessories to like computers, like these webcams, and you know, like ties to cable manage your computer. Okay. I have a lot of room in the bin that I just emptied. I'm gonna go ahead and see what's in this other bin that I can move and where I can put it, and then try and combine the bins into one. So I got a hoodie, green hoodie. There's a couple of sweaters and hoodies in here. That's a hoodie, that's a sweater. The rest of the stuff in this newer bin that I just brought over is like camera, like little bits of camera equipment, like this really old Rode video mic. I never liked the way that this sounded, and so I barely used it, and it's just kind of a pain in the butt to use. so I just never really used them. I think I'm gonna move stuff from the first bin over to the second bin. I think that'll be easier. I only moved a few things out of the second bin. There's a couple things in the second bin that I think I'm gonna sell. Like this is a Zoom recorder. I used to use it, but honestly not for very much, and it was just a pain in the butt to like set up. It's just using just this, like you have to have a stand for it. Typically, if you want to use a microphone with it, like this shotgun mic, you have to have an XLR cable and then a stand for this as well. And so it's like just too much stuff. I guess you don't need a stand for that if you have a stand for this, but you can just strap that to the stand that's on this. It just gets bigger and it's just too much work. Put everything that I might sell somewhere else. The problem is sometimes it gets dusty in here, so I want to keep it in a bin. I'll probably just put it in one of those drawers over there. Okay, let's move the cameras over from bin 1 into bin 2. Oh boy. This is an old one. I don't remember the last time I even used this one. I think it actually takes regular batteries instead of, yeah, you just put AA batteries in it, so it doesn't have like battery packs that you recharge. Okay. I got 2 of these. They're basically the same camera, it's just one's slightly different, and somehow, maybe they're the exact same. Nope, I think they're the exact same, just have a different cover. The lens. This for so long, and I don't even use it anymore. I don't even think it's worth anything anymore. So I don't even think I can sell it really. I have this blanket that I really like, but I don't really use very often. It's a cotton blanket, but I do not need more blankets in my bedroom. I have too many as it is. Okay. And I even have room to put my sweaters back in here. If I had like a drawer to put these in my bedroom, I'd probably take them, but all my drawers are very full. So I don't have a drawer to put those in. I might get rid of these sweaters and hoodies. Okay. Well, I successfully whittled it down to 2 red bins instead of 1 red bin. Oh, 3. So now I have 2 of them. This empty red bin I can now get rid of because there's nothing in it. So, that didn't take very long. I kind of thought that would take longer. I guess maybe I'll look through some other stuff and see what I want to get rid of. I don't know. I'm gonna put this in my car. that, I need to get rid of my old iPhone box. Okay. I'm starting to get really hungry, so I think I might just go home and eat. Yeah. I'm gonna go home and eat. Okay, give me just a moment. Hey-oh. Whew. I just saw myself kind of do that when I was like trying to get in the seat, and so I just exaggerated it. Okay, hiya. I'm back. Oh, dude. It's 4 o'clock already. That doesn't really mean much. I've only been up since like noon, so. But, what was I gonna say? Oh, I'm just leaving the storage unit, and I'm gonna head home. I wish there was a place I could get some fries that like were delicious and tasty, and a good amount of them for like $4. But the only French fries that I really eat are like the Five Guys fries and the In-N-Out fries. And In-N-Out fries get expensive when you like have a lot of them, and not many come in that little tray. There's a lot that come with the Five Guys, like when you order Five Guys fries, especially if it's a large, but it's like almost $8 for a large fry. I spend less probably on a meal, a whole meal, than that. And it's just potatoes. It's just fried potatoes. They probably spend maybe 30 cents on that potato, maybe another couple of cents on the oil because they reuse it with many potatoes. And the workers for that one specific French fry, not a lot probably comes out of it. So in other words, they're making a ton of money when they charge $8 for a large French fry. Like, it's majority profit. It's basically all profit almost at that point. So I guess that's not really my problem that they're making profit. It's just that it's a lot. And I mean, they're delicious, but I can't justify spending $8 right now on French fries alone. Now, if I were to get a burger and fries from Five Guys, that cost me a little over $17. I think it's like $17.50 or something like that, close to that, for a burger and fries. That's a medium fry and a burger. And I usually get the burger lettuce wrapped with specific ingredients or toppings on it, or whatever you want to call it. Pardon me? Now, I can get like 2 burgers or 2 double doubles and 2 French fries from In-N-Out for not quite half the price. I think it's about $10, maybe 11 with tax, but a lot less. But I don't really want to do either of that right now. It's super hard for me to order a burger from In-N-Out. Like, because I have to have only like certain ingredients on it, which means I have to ask for basically everything off of it, then lettuce wrapped, then only add tomatoes, pickles, mustard, and mayonnaise. Sometimes I don't even ask for the mayonnaise. And then that's it. And like every time I've ordered a burger or burgers from In-N-Out in the way that like I can eat them, they always come with like cheese on it or whatever. Like, I don't have a good way to say, hey, I need to have not this and only this. It's the process, and they get it wrong a lot. So I don't eat there very often because of it. Plus the lines are so long. Like, they're so long. I don't have that much time to wait. Or rather, I just don't want to spend that time to wait. I just want my food. I want to eat it, and I want to go. Did I miss a place shaving? I don't know. But I think I'm just gonna go home and maybe make something there. The kitchen is a mess. My roommate cooked a turkey yesterday, and still kind of a mess from that. I haven't had a chance to ask him how it went though. Maybe I should text him. But I need to drop this empty red bin off at my parents' house first. I wonder if they have any food I can eat. I don't know. I'm gonna figure something out though. I'm hungry. I want some food. I need to get my sunglasses on though because it is bright right now. So I'm switching from my regular glasses to my sunglasses. And for any of those who are concerned that I can no longer see, I do not need my glasses to drive, my prescription glasses. In fact, I barely need them to like live. One thing I really need them for is like maybe to read like up close because I'm farsighted. Oh, but I am gonna need to use my phone to get out of here in a moment. Unless this person's opening the gate, then I won't worry about it. I don't know if they're opening the gate or not though. Kind of seems like they might just be standing there. They're sitting in front of the box, but are they in the car? I don't know what's happening here. Oh, he's figuring something out. I'll give him some time. Thing is, he's been sitting here for like 2 minutes probably. Because he was leaving. Oh, he opened the gate, but he was leaving when I got in the car. Okay, whatever. Guess it's fine. Oh, I should really start selling things that I'm not using. Make a little extra money. And by extra, I mean just make a little money. So I'm not making anything right now. I want to go that way, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go left. Can't stop thinking about the sweaters that I saw. Well, technically yesterday, according to when I'm releasing this video. But for me, it was just like 20 minutes ago that I saw the sweaters. So my last video, I was at Old Navy, and I saw they're having like a 40% off like bunch of sweaters. I really, really wanted them, but I do not have an income right now, so it would not be smart for me to like purchase sweaters or really almost anything other than like necessities like food and rent and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, I really wanted those sweaters. Some of them were really nice too. They felt really good, and they looked really, really like good as like a oversized sweater, which I'm kind of like getting into like oversized sweaters. Still wearing super skinny jeans, but oversized sweaters. And I think that actually kind of looks good, especially if it's like a black oversized sweater with black super skinny jeans. Yeah. Yeah. Prime time. I think they're expanding this road. You know, there's one thing that I've noticed with filming these videos. Whenever I'm not home, I'm typically not talking about being depressed. Whenever I'm home, I'm talking about being depressed. Usually. Not always, but usually. In fact, there's a couple like videos that I filmed that like I just decided not to release because they were way too depressing because I was really depressed and I was at home. Which is why I like filming when I'm out and about, but I also don't like filming in stores. Oh, it's so bright. I can't see the light. I'm just gonna go off their light. My glove kind of smells like clear powder. Like makeup powder, but clear stuff. I don't know what it's called. Oh. Ooh, a sandwich sounds good right now. I'm passing Jersey Mike's. Just sounds really good to eat a sandwich. Are we trying to only eat like potato chips, or the can that I have says crisps on it? So potato crisps. Because the guy who founded the company is English. But I've been trying to only eat them with sandwiches and with like proper meals instead of snacking with them. I failed at that last week. I ate 2 cans in like 3 days, 4 days maybe, just as snacking. I didn't even eat them with any sandwiches, I don't think. Well, no, I had 2 sandwiches. No, I did have some with sandwiches, but then I also ate most of it as snacks. Forgot about those sandwiches. I should get a roast and like pressure cook it or slow cook it in my Instant Pot. That way I just have like meat that I can put on salads and sandwiches whenever I want. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Or just like fry up some potatoes. Just have it with like potatoes and sauerkraut. That sounds good. Sauerkraut. But one of my problems is like I love sandwiches, but I can't eat bread technically. So I have the sourdough bread from Smith's that I eat, but I'm only allowed to eat it like once every 2 days, or maybe like at least 24 hours in between. And like even then, if I do 24 hours, like I can't have it in another 24 hours. Like I have to wait longer. Basically I can't eat it often. So I can't have 2 sandwiches in a day. I have to wait 24 hours before I have my next sandwich. And if I have a sandwich and then have another sandwich 24 hours later, I have to wait even longer before having another sandwich. Or else my digestive system will just not accept it, and it will get upset, and I will not be happy, and I will feel sad inside because my gut will be trying to kill me. I am currently at the worst intersection, I think, in Spanish Fork. It's the one by Walmart, trying to go south-ish. Am I south-ish? Yeah, south-ish, heading south-ish. It's just the worst light. There's always traffic here, no matter what time of day it is, basically, unless it's like really late at night. But then again, like, why are you even down here? Because everything's closed. So, or maybe that gas station's probably still open, but other than that, everything is closed. Oh, I want a sandwich! Burger sounds good too, but I already went to Five Guys on Saturday, so I really shouldn't go to Five Guys again because it's too expensive, and I don't have like an income or funds to like just go to eat food whenever I want out and about. So I think I should go home and have some sort of food. I have frozen chicken in the freezer, but I haven't like cooked it, and I should really just cook it in bulk and then put some of it back in the freezer that I'm not eating, and then just kind of get out the stuff that's in the fridge whenever I want to eat like a salad or something. I also have some brown rice noodles that are really delicious that also sound kind of good. But I cook the brown rice noodles in the same like pot that I would cook like a chicken breast in from Frozen. And so I'd have to cook the chicken breast, take it out, wash the pot, cook the noodles, take it out, wash the pot, then combine them. Probably have to heat up the chicken at that point too. And then combine, I guess I could cook the noodles first, and then take it out, wash it a little bit, and then cook the chicken in it, and then just combine them. I just realized traffic's about to hit too. Oh, I chose a poor time to not be close to home or to be far away from home. The smell of my gloves is actually kind of soothing, that like powdery smell. I don't know what's on my gloves right now, to be honest. Maybe it's just my hands. Maybe it's the soap from the Old Navy that I went to the bathroom at. No, it smells like it's my gloves. My hands themselves don't actually smell like that. I don't know. I don't know. I do know that I'm going to be in traffic for the next little bit, which means that I might not actually be cooking dinner in this video if I decide to film the entire way home. But honestly, I like filming in the car. Like, I like filming when I'm driving because it gives me something to, it gets me out of my head. When I'm driving, I'm usually like in my head thinking about things, and sometimes I get distracted. But like, honestly, like, I get way less distracted when I'm driving, when I'm talking out loud. Like, I pay way more attention. All right. There's some lady walking 2 dogs. I got a question for any dog owners out there. What is the best part about owning a dog? And what is the worst part? That's an old truck. Let me know in the comments. That's what I want to know. What is the best part about owning a dog, and what is the worst part about owning a dog? If you can only think of one of those, best or worst, that's fine. Just put that. That's what I want to know from all you dog owners. I've lived with some people that have dogs. I don't currently live with people that have dogs. They were nice to have, I guess, around sometimes. But, yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. I was kind of hoping it'd be like overcast all day today, but apparently not. So, and I will not be stopping my parents for very long. I'll be there for 2 minutes maximum. Probably because they don't think they have any food for me to eat, because I ate it all yesterday. Yesterday for me was Sunday. I went over there for food, and it was delicious. Super delicious. I also had leftovers actually that same day because I was there for so long. So there's like literally none of that food left because I ate it all. All I can think about is food. Food and sweaters. That's it. That's my brain right now. Food and sweaters. Today's Monday, right? Okay, yeah, today's Monday. Monday. Oh my gosh, I know her. I worked with her at a pizza place. That's kind of funny. I don't even know if she still works there. I delivered pizzas at that pizza place. Yeah. Pizza sounds good. Oh, I'm hungry, guys. I'm hungry. Okay, I'm gonna like stop filming now, and then when I am done with my parents and on the road again, I'll probably start filming. Okay, bye-bye. Well, temporarily bye-bye. Okay, bye. All right, I am leaving my parents' house, and heading home to make some food because I am hungry. Yes. Trying to decide what to eat. I'm also trying to decide if I want to stop by Smith's and get a roast to cook in my Instant Pot. Perhaps pressure cook it, maybe. I don't know. I also don't know what seasonings, if any seasonings, I would even put in the roast, or on the roast, or around the roast. So, I wonder if I could do a roast with like potatoes and carrots, like all in the Instant Pot. Would that work? Because that sounds really good. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Pressure cook it maybe? Yeah. I might try to do that. I ended up talking to my grandma for a little bit longer than I planned, but it was a really good conversation. I always enjoyed talking to her, so I'm okay with it. Although I am going to hit rush hour now, so... but I'm still okay with it. It's a good conversation. I love talking to my grandma because it's not that we're on like different, like I don't think we have that different of opinions when it comes to basically almost anything, except for maybe some stuff like politically. Although I don't like to consider myself any side of any sort of something politically speaking, because I think the sides are just dumb and nothing ever gets done, and everybody's just like, it's a competition. It's more like sports at that point instead of something that actually gets things done. But anyways, but we end up agreeing on like a ton of stuff, and we end up like trying to like think of like solutions to world issues and how things can get implemented, or when things are getting implemented too fast. Like we're talking about electric vehicles and how things are going to be changing over the next 20 to 30 years when it comes to electricity and the types of things that are right now gas and oil run will eventually switch to electricity. So vehicles are already going that way. Trains are going electric for a while now. Not quite everywhere, but a lot of places. So eventually, in probably like 30, 40 years, gasoline vehicles like cars and trucks and stuff like that are just going to be kind of rare, I would assume. I think it's a good amount of time. But anyways, we were just talking about that and all the other things. Talk about like light bulbs and how LEDs became a thing, and the transition from incandescent light bulbs to LED light bulbs, which the technology in LEDs light bulbs has gone like through the roof in the last 10 years. Because they didn't used to be all like that good, but they're way better now. And RGB lights are super cool. That's something that's come about from LEDs, and so a lot of cool stuff. But we have really good conversations. We talk about almost everything, so it's really fun. But I'm on my way home now, and I am hungry, like really hungry. It's probably because I actually feel good today. Usually when I feel garbage, lately at least, I haven't really been feeling hungry. I feel pretty good right now, and I'm just hungry. I meant like emotionally speaking, I feel good. Physically, I'm hungry. I might stop by Smith's and grab a roast. I haven't decided yet. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm interested to see what people say about dogs, if anybody says anything in the comments, because I keep seeing people walking their dogs, and I've never had a dog. I've had fish when I was very young. We had fish. We had crabs, like hermit crabs. I actually woke up one morning, and I was really quite young. I think I was 10 years old. Might have been 9, but I think I was 10. Hold on, give me a second. There's a roundabout right here which people don't know how to use. Nine or 10 years old, and I woke up. I was getting ready for school. I think I went downstairs to the kitchen to have breakfast. We're living in Oregon at the time, Portland, Oregon, and we had hermit crabs down there, just like in the kitchen on a shelf in this little tank. And one of the hermit crabs was just like literally in pieces, like pieces of the hermit crab just in the tank, just on the ground, And I thought at the time the hermit crab fell apart. Like I thought it literally just fell apart, like got too old or like whatever, and just fell apart. Now looking back on it, I know that it didn't just fall apart. It actually got in a fight, and the other crab clearly won. But I cried, like it was sad, and so I ended up crying for a little bit, and then I finally went to school. But I can't remember if it was that day or it was the next day. I ended up taking the crab to school for show and tell. It was like everybody thought it was super fascinating. Oh, look, it's a claw. Oh, look, it fell apart. I don't remember what the adults said was the reason it fell apart. I don't remember what like my parents told me, but or like why it was in pieces. But yeah. So I've had crabs, hermit crabs, fish. When I was very young, we lived in California. We had a bird named Baby. That was apparently a really good bird. I don't remember it at all. But my dad would like walk outside with it on his shoulder, just stay there. I can't even remember what kind of bird it was. parakeet is coming to mind, but I don't know if that's accurate. It wasn't that big of a bird. I think it had like yellow and white and gray on it. I don't know. I've only ever seen it in like home videos because I don't remember it from when I was young. But one day my dad was walking outside with it on his shoulder and it flew away. Flew into a tree, never came back. So that's kind of sad. And then we got another bird from a neighbor. That thing was mean apparently, so we got rid of it. So I've had birds, fish, hermit crabs, and then probably for the mass chunk of my life, we had cats. And at the height of it, we had 5 cats. We got the first cat because when we moved to Utah, we rented a place. And when we signed the lease, or when my parents signed the lease, the owner said, yeah, by the way, it comes with a cat. And we decided to take the cat because the owner's kids weren't very kind to the cat. So we wanted to make sure that she would be protected and then live a good rest of her life. I think she was about 2 years old, maybe when we got her, 2 or 3, and she'd already had a couple of litters. And she was kind of treated like a dog. Cats and dogs are very different, and you can't treat a cat like a dog. It's not how that works. If you've ever had a cat and a dog, you probably know that, but they are different. Anyways, and so we got a cat, named her Misty. I don't remember what her name was before, but we named her Misty. She got to trusting us, and she's probably the pet that I was the closest with. She's basically my cat. Like we got along, her and I got along really good, and she trusted me the most, and she'd follow me. By the end of her life, she would follow me from room to room, oftentimes, unless I left the room with her sleeping and she didn't realize I was gone. But she'd just follow me around all the time, and it was pretty sad, actually. It was really, really sad when she passed. But I also got another cat at one point named Magic. He actually, when he was really young, just kind of like started coming in the house. He was the neighbor's cat, not like the direct neighbor. It was kind of just somebody who lived nearby. I'm gonna get on the freeway here. I might need to stop talking for a moment. Hold on. Okay, but he kind of just started showing up in the house, and like he'd like climb, like get underneath our couch, and just like pop out randomly. And then we'd let him out of the house. But he just kept coming over so often that we ended up asking the people his owners, if we could adopt him. And they said that they'd look into it, they'd think about it, and they ended up coming over and meeting us and met with the family and decided, yeah, I think it'd be fine. And he's lived with my parents ever since, and he's still around. He's getting a bit older now. And he's a good cat for the most part. You know, cats sometimes a little bit unpredictable, but I got along with him really good too. And it's a very different personality from the first cat, which was Misty, which we had them both at the same time for a very long time. And then the third cat we got was actually we had this stray cat that would just kind of show up in our backyard occasionally. And one day, a little kitten showed up in the backyard, or rather we found it in our backyard. It had kind of found a home in the corner of our backyard next to our shed, and it made itself a little home back there. And we weren't sure where the kitten came from, but then eventually the stray cat came over again, and the kitten was hanging around the stray cat, and we realized that the kitten was probably the kitten of the stray cat. The stray cat, his name's Cougar, and the kitten, I ended up naming Kitten. Super original. And so we let Kitten in first, and it took a long time for us to like get him to trust us. A lot of effort. And he kind of basically became my cat, my second cat, because Misty was still around at the same time. And he came inside, and then at some point his dad, Cougar, hurt his paw and started limping. And so we felt bad for him that was letting his kitten inside, but we weren't letting him inside, so we let him inside for a little bit during the winter. And then we think he was probably limping for a little bit longer than he actually had to limp, so that he could stay inside. But eventually we just let him stay inside. So we kind of adopted one stray cat and one kind of feral cat. And we know that Cougar, or at least we believe that Cougar had previous owners, because when Cougar was coming in, we were a bit concerned about him going to the bathroom. And he went straight to the litter box. After coming inside, he was inside for a little bit, he went straight into the litter box and used the litter box. So he was litter box trained. So we're pretty sure that he used to belong to somebody, and then eventually either left them or maybe was abandoned, I don't know. But he's still living with my parents. Kitten, after Misty passed away, Kitten started getting into fights with Magic and Cougar and basically all the other cats, because Misty was like kind of the alpha cat, even though she was the female. She was the alpha. And it was her property, her zone. And so everybody else just listened to her. And when she passed away, it seemed like there was a little bit of rivalry going on to see who's going to become the next alpha. Kitten wanted to become, I think, the next alpha. So he got in a really bad fight with Magic, where they both ended up at the vet, staying at the vet for a week. Separated, obviously. We talked to them about that, but they both stayed there for a week. And so it was really tough, because he was, I lost Misty, and Misty was kind of my cat, even though she was a family cat. And then Kitten was basically my cat. He slept in my room. I took care of him as much as I possibly could. So it was really tough to like drop him off at the Humane Society. It was a non-euthanizing shelter. So they only do that if there is a major medical condition that is just not treatable. Otherwise, they work with the animals to rehome them. And so I ended up dropping him off there, and it was really tough. But I had a friend go with me, and he's a relatively new friend at the time, but he agreed to go with me, and I just cried on his shoulder so much. It was a really big bonding moment for me and him, and we're still friends, even though he saw me probably at one of my worst times. It was really tough for me to give up Kitten. But they said that I could call to see if he was, if he gotten adopted or anything at any time. And I didn't end up calling until a year later, after dropping him off, because I just couldn't. It was just too hard. But I called, and it turns out only a few weeks after I dropped him off, he got adopted by someone, which made me really happy. So I guess he was homed at a foster home for a little bit. People who were very used to cats, and then shortly after that, he was adopted by, I'm assuming, a nice person, or a nice couple, or nice people, or a nice person. I like to think that he's still having a good time and living his best life. And really, really, one of the reasons that I took him there was because he was being so aggressive with like everybody, including me. He was being very aggressive after Misty passed, and he was kind of getting a little bit aggressive prior to that too, because he was feral, but when she passed, his aggression just spiked. He needed training, behavioral training, and we just couldn't afford it. So the best option for him was to drop him off to get rehomed, and it was really tough. But before that, and before Misty passed away, it was 2019, and I was about to go live in England for 2 months. And the night that I was packing, the night prior to me leaving, I still lived with my parents at the time, my sister brings home a little kitten that was hanging out outside her friend's house. And they were going to rehome this kitten. Well, long story short, we didn't rehome the kitten. The kitten's still living with my parents. Her name is Phoebe. And there was a chunk of time where I was just living at home. My sister was living somewhere else. And so Phoebe and I got really close as well.
I'm basically the cat whisperer. When I lived with my parents, I was the one who took care of the cats, and that kind of ran my life for years. I just took care of cats, and I loved them very much. I still love them still, but I wasn't able to really. I didn't feel like I had time to have a life. And so when we lost Misty and she passed away, and so that was a bit of a relief because she was not doing so well health-wise, but also because I got a little more freedom. But Kitten became a huge handful, and so dropping him off was not to get rehomed was not only the best option for him, I believe, but also was the best option for me because I also didn't have a life because he was we had a schedule where certain cats had to be put in rooms at certain times of the day so that other cats could be let out of other rooms. It was not a good situation. The cats didn't have as much freedom. It was not nobody liked the situation at all. And I was, the one who was transitioning the rooms and helping with the transitioning the rooms and doing this and doing that, and it was just not good. I tried to spend time with Kitten, but Kitten was getting so aggressive I couldn't even be in the room with him because he'd attack me. It just got bad. And so once I dropped Kitten off to get rehomed, I started being able to have a life, or at least I started being able to think about having a life, and I felt free to some degree. And although I was still taking care of Cougar and Phoebe and Magic to some degree, to some level, most of my cat-related responsibilities have been cut in half or more. And it was also good because my grandma had moved in with us at the same time, around that time. And so she is a cat person through and through. And so she's basically taken over all the cat duties since I moved out. And I love cats. I love animals. But right now, I don't think that I should have pets. I think I need time away from animals so that I can focus on me and improving in areas and progressing in areas of my life that I haven't thus far. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I hope to have pets, at least 1 or 2 cats later down the road, but it's not going to be for a while. It depends on what my lifestyle is, because if I'm traveling everywhere, I don't want to really have to have a pet to take care of at the same time. That would probably just put a little too much stress on me, especially if it was a cat. I love dogs and I wouldn't mind getting a dog, but it'd be a bit of a learning curve for me. Plus, it's still a lot of responsibility, and I'd rather put that energy for the next while towards me and dating and work and progressing as a human being and helping people too. I'd love to get to the point where I can help people out. I don't like people paying me money for things. I don't like back when I was doing photography for a little bit, trying to start a photography business, I didn't like people paying me to take their picture. I put a lot of effort and a lot of work into those photos, but I didn't like people paying me for it. And most of my work that I've done for people has been free. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure I've been taken advantage of many times where people are just they totally could have paid me and they just knew that I'd do it for free. And so they asked me to do it because I do it for free. Or for mega stupid cheap. Hold on, we got some traffic, give me a second. Shite. Oh, shala! That person almost pulled right in front of the other person. I bet I have that on footage. I don't know how to save that. Oh boy, that was... How do I save this? I pressed the button, so I don't know if that saved it or not. If I save that to the camera, I'm gonna try and get it off and show you, but I might not be able to get it off there. I don't know if I saved it or not. I'll check though. Oh boy, that was a little scary. Okay. Well, traffic's getting bad now. It is kind of in the thick of rush hour now. And I still have a ways to go till I get home. And I was talking about. Oh yeah, doing work for people. So I have like tons of, my goodness, I don't even know how many gigabytes of stuff that I've done for people, photo wise, or a lot of it's photography wise. A lot of it's family too, so help the family out, whatever, you know. And I like helping people out. I like taking people's pictures. I like doing stuff like that. But there's this weird like undertone of how much should I charge? What is this actually worth? Blah 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 blah. And I've not been one that's like had a lot of good like self-worth levels or good self-esteem or good whatever. And so I honestly probably have undercharged like for basically everything that I've done. And the worst part of it is like to like there's a point when like somebody doesn't want to pay whatever it is that I want to charge. And although it's not their intention, I believe, if they try to pay less and they end up paying less, and I don't get paid what I feel like I'm worth, it makes me feel more worthless. So it's not ideal, and I didn't like that. It made me really, really uncomfortable. So it is what it is, I guess. But yes, I don't like doing work like that for people. Sometimes it just drives me nuts. I love helping people out, inspiring people, and helping them learn things about production, like video stuff. I love that. I just helped a friend. I made 2 thumbnails for him to see if we can get his videos some more views, because they're really good videos. Like honestly, really good quality. But and the information is good in them. They're good and like they got high value, you know. But they don't get a lot of views, and I think it's probably the thumbnails and titles. I'm gonna make one more thumbnail for him. One of the videos, which is his most recent video, I made a thumbnail, and I also like worked together a title that I thought would do good too. And then the second one, I made him a thumbnail, and then I made him, or I let him rather, make his own, or kind of work together his own new title for that thumbnail as well, for that video, so that he can get a little bit there. And then I'm gonna make him one more thumbnail for one more of his videos, and he'll probably work his own title to get with that too. But I'm just trying to get him more views because he really deserves more views. His videos are really good, and he just doesn't get the views that he deserves, and like consistently either, you know. I think the video that he has the most views on, I think it's about 20-something thousand views, but most of his videos are in like the hundreds or like around 1,000 or a little less. So that one is kind of like the exception. The one that had tons of views is the exception, whereas I want to help him make that the standard, the normal. And I think with thumbnails, like clickable thumbnails and good titles, that's possible. So it's actually kind of funny because the thumbnails that I make for my channel, I hate all my thumbnails. I don't think any of them are clickable, but it's partially because my videos are not about anything really specific. His videos have a very specific topic. He has a niche that he's talking about, and the video itself talks about something very specific, so it's easy to make thumbnails for his videos. Whereas for my videos, it's very difficult for me for 2 reasons. One, they're my videos. I think if somebody else made videos like me, it would be easier for me to thumbnail and title those videos. But for me and my videos, since there's no real consistency in niche or topic for any one video, I find it actually really difficult to thumbnail. So I just end up taking a screenshot from the video, just using that as a thumbnail. And then I just kind of title it like whatever, you know. I'm not putting a lot of effort into that stuff right now. But his thumbnails or his videos are much easier to thumbnail and title. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. And I like helping people with that type of stuff. And like, it's really tough making these videos. If you make videos too, you might know. Like, I'll basically all the videos that I've uploaded, except for a couple of them, like I don't think I've ever had a video even get close, really, to 100 views. Most of the videos right now are getting, hold on. most of the videos right now are getting like 1-2 views per video. And maybe they'll get more views over time, but it's like I just got to keep posting so that I can kind of grow this into something, whatever it's going to be. And I hope it adapts, I hope it grows, I hope it improves over time. And I want to add more structure over time, but if I add too much structure, I just get really overwhelmed right now, and I get really depressed because I'm not getting any views. And the more effort I put into it and the less views I get, the more depressed and discouraged I get to make videos. And like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't put effort into your videos, but if you go all ham on your videos and make 20 videos and those videos don't go anywhere, you get maybe a maximum of like 40 views on one video, and even then, like, they don't watch for that long. Maybe like they hop out of the video really quick. Well, that's just really discouraging. And the whole thing is about learning and growing and progressing and like learning what works and what doesn't work. And it's kind of difficult because when you start comparing your channel or your videos to other people and their channel and their videos, you see, well, they're doing basically the same thing that I'm doing. Why are they finding more success than me? Well, it could be a couple different reasons. One, perhaps they know something about editing or production or planning or something with their videos that you don't know. Two, they don't know, or they know something more about marketing out of YouTube that brings people to YouTube to watch their videos that you're not doing. Or the fact that they are consistent with their uploads and their videos might be literally the only thing that is the difference between you and them. And that's why they're seeing more success. Because one, they're posting consistently. Two, since they're posting consistently, they probably have more videos posted than you. They might not, but they might. In a shorter period of time, which allows YouTube to have more content to work with when they're suggesting your videos to people and trying to find your audience. So I'm banking right now on the consistency thing. I'm trying to be as consistent as possible when it comes to uploading videos. And I'm really hoping that alone will help get me more views than I have now. Not a butt ton of views, not like go viral, but more views, more subscribers, more interaction on my videos, more feeling like I'm building a community or being part of a community that I'm interacting with people on. Because that's what I want. Like, honestly, if it gets to the point where I make videos and they only have like 2,000 views after the first like week or two or a couple weeks, I'm fine with that, as long as I get like good interaction. Because that's the thing, like, I want to interact with people. Like, I want to build a community and build a like kind of a big giant friend group. Like, it's a safe place where people can talk and communicate and just kind of hang out, you know? And that's the idea behind these kind of low effort videos, just like hanging out. But I gotta be consistent with it. And that's the key, I think. So that's where I'm at. My nose is bugging me again. I just remembered I kind of wanted to go by Smith's. And I have yet to drive to Smith's. And I just passed the exit. Bye, Smith's. Oh wait, no, that's not it. I passed the exit a while ago. Okay, I might have to backtrack because I really do want to go to Smith's. See if I can get a roast. I do need to get over anyways because the next exit is my exit. Okay. But anyways, it's been oh, slowing down. Hold on. But it's been really kind of just like discouraging. I'm also getting a little bit bored with the videos. Just when I film at home, I just get really bored when I'm filming at home. I don't like filming in my room. I think it's just because I don't feel like super comfortable at home. Like, my comfort place, like my place where I feel most comfortable is my car. And I think that's why I like filming in my car and like going places, because one, I get to go somewhere, so I'm not just sitting in my room depressed. And then two, I don't feel comfortable at home. I don't feel comfortable filming in the kitchen. I barely feel comfortable filming it. I don't even say I feel comfortable filming in my bedroom, because one, my bedroom's a really depressing place. I've been very depressed a lot over the last few months, and I've stayed in my bedroom for the majority of that time, which means that I'm now associating basically my bedroom with depression. So I get really depressed when I'm, hold on, when I'm at home, and I don't like it. So I like going out and about, although I can't do that too much because then I'm just wasting gas and wasting money on the gas, which is another reason why I'd love to just like buy like a big van or like a small RV or something and just travel. Honestly, it'd be super cool to do it in like an electric vehicle. Like I'd love to travel in an electric vehicle. That'd be cool because like show like the whole charging situation, see how practical it is. It'd be super fun to do in a Tesla, but I don't think there's a Tesla right now that's big enough for me to feel comfortable like traveling in and sleeping in and all the other stuff in. So I kind of want like something of a real bed. Like, I don't really want to sleep in the car, like a weird makeshift bed. And again, I need room to cook in it because I have to cook my own food. But I'd love to travel because I think it'd just be a blast. I can do some videos like this and do some videos that are more like documentary style, so a bit more editing goes into them. It's super fun. Just meet people and just learn about things and people's interests and history maybe. I don't know, like just there's so many possibilities there. I think it's all really fascinating. And I'd love to do that. Because then I'm not just like in my room all sad and depressed all day, every day. So I don't want to be in a sad, depressing place, and I don't want to, whether it's physically or you know, mentally or emotionally or whatever you call that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna backtrack, aren't I? I'm gonna go to whatever. Okay, well, I've already filmed for quite a bit. This video might be longer than I intended for it to be, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it good. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you in another one. Have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your night. And if you're supposed to be asleep, go to bed.